big cave, he said. It's like a tunnel. Taas ka ng kulangubal, look. What's yung mga details? Mo ba? There is a stream of water that they get the water from inside the cave, so they're happy not to get out of the cave. But all they could hear, their parents come in and tell them that so-and-so baby, your cousin here is killed. So-and-so's babies are all bayoneted. And so this is the cave where Lulu Gubino and his family hide during the war. It's very deep. Our local tour guide here was saying that there was some Japanese that starts digging on the other side of the hill, the falls rather, up there, because they are bringing maps. They stayed here for like 7 days. So we have Maricel sliced some cakes for Lolo, and I didn't realize that Lolo Gobin, this is the first time Lolo had cake, and they call it sweet bread. Lami lo. Oh, because Lolo was thinking, because it's dark, he thought it's liver or pork liver, and then that's the first time he had a cake. Imagine at 89 is the first time you had a cake, because Lolo, that's why they're still strong like this, is only living on vegetables most of his life. Bayo, this is further than the house number 9. And with their old age right now, this is not really advisable for them that they stay here in a very far away place. And living with Maricel, that means that they should be closer to the children, closer to Maricel, and that takes out the worry of the old woman and the old man about their grandchildren. I didn't have my video this morning because I was still looking for my packet of SD card. In my little container was lost, so I have to go back home to get an SD card of old B. So this is it. I am now on my trip to meet 2 old couple here in the hills of Tap Tap, and they live so far away for the reason that that was the time that saved them during the war, that they have to live far away from the Japanese or where the battles are and the chaos here near the city. So now I could understand why some people live so far away that it's almost out of civilization, because it dates back to the war. In fact, I will be sharing with you their experiences of the war from these 2 old couples. So join me in my trip today. You can see that the road is not even cemented, but it's actually paved, so it can be driven on. So here I am now in Tap Tap. So this is the problem, because they are cementing the road here. I don't know if we can get through. Otherwise, we need to turn and then go back to another way. Ha?
Katong nakapuwa kay pangutan-on nila og kanang kuan ba kay magbuhos naman diin ni ron sila taod-taod niya. Kanang ang ilang gikuan ba nga inigbalik niya kuno namo. Aw nato. Basig na ako gusto nga ang mixer.
Oh, hapon naman tambalik.
Mao lagi. Iya pang huwaton tong puwa.
Ah, sige, sige.
Nya di lang kabangilan.
Ay lang, nag-break mako ga. Sige, thank you ga ha.
Ay, kuan ka ng pangutan-on to nilang mixer.
Sige ga, sige ga. So, they're checking on the supervisor if we are allowed in, because as you can see, it's only that barrel that is on the way, and they're so-called gonna be pouring the other side this afternoon, and they want to check if the supervisor will allow me to go through. So we have arrived here to where we can park. As you can see, we're in the middle of the mountains. We are in Sitio Udlum, Tap. Now, as long as we can safely park here, they are related to the old couple that I'm gonna visit. And now it's time for walkathon. So we have to go via footpaths. Agi diha. Sige ka.
Neil!
We will just ask the lads here that if we can carry the rice. I bought some.
Ako lay das ko gas. Ay ko ganahan aning magbitbit ko dong kay.
Abi. Ayo, mga laki na unsam ka. Because Susan wants to carry the sack of rice herself. I said no, it has to be the lads. Ayaw na lang lagi. So we still have pila ka kilometro pa dong dito.
Ibalik mas atan. Atan.
Ikaw G.
Ikan lay dabo gaste.
So that's the son of Susan was here. Ayaw ga, okay ra ni. Kana lang. Okay ra na. Adre G oh. So we have to go now on the top of the hill. So, walkathon indeed, and it's gonna be, they don't want to tell me how many kilometers, but you know, when they're just pointing by their lips, that means it's far here in the Philippines instead of pointing by their fingers. So, I'm gonna beat my record today. This is a 5.2 kilometer walk, I was told. Wow, I've only done one so far. And it's going uphill. Kani? Because it's the birthday of the 89-year-old grandfather today. Wow, 5.2. Whew. We are almost 2 kilometers up, and I'm wondering why all these bulbs lining up, because this kind of plant, so-called need lights at night to bloom. Di din siya mamuwak og walay suga sa kagabi eh. Lo. Mahal sa ni siya ga. So that's why this kind of plant is expensive, because you need to spend electricity at night to lit up. Wow, diba? I'm out of breath. So we have done 2.5 kilometers up, and you have to know this is 5.5 just footpaths, and we are now passing through vegetable gardens. We are stopping here in the eggplant plantation, and look at all their eggplants. I'm so shocked. Look how fat they are. Agay. Lagi. 6 in 1 go. Wow. There's a lot here. I didn't realize it got thorns. I'm only buying this in supermarkets or like one-off planting, not like this. That's why I didn't notice. Wow. And there's like the river water there, just flowing through a hose that they have stuck on the bamboo pole. Wow. This is where you buy organic fresh vegetables in these places like this. Now on the way up, BPP, 2.5 kilometers more. Wow, we just bought some okra and chilies from a farmer selling on the roadside. Wow. So there's the first village here before going up. And there's no road, proper road. Imagine this during rainy season. Wow. Loads of ornamental plants that they sell on the city. In the city, I mean. Whoo! Unsa ni ka? Unsa na ka?
Dili na ngayo atong akong mga kuan man katong daghan sa mga klase nga. Mayana.
Aw.
Ito din kahurot diri day. Ma? Ha? Hindi na kahurot.
Dili ako.
Wow! Cute dog.
Gimme.
Wow. We still have a long way to go. I need to take this down because my hands are sweating. So we are now in the last 200 meters. They are now pointing by their hands, so that means I have done the 5 kilometers up. But no, it's not easy. I tell you that. Okay. This is the house of the old couple. 89 and 87, 86 years old. It's his birthday today. And that's why we're coming here. Wow. It's very far. This is so far. The farthest I've been just walking uphill. Even Susan there is out of breath. Whew. Whew. Pahanga pa, ginhawas ako. Let me catch my breath. So I am now invited by Lola to get inside. Okay. Lagi. La. Gitagaan, nagidalan ta mo og kuan. Solar. Para naa na mo suga diri kagabi. Salamat. Dili na mo magsigig lamparilya la. Salamat itaon ma'am. This is Lola and Lolo's house. This is Lolo. Kisa ka nga ni mo, Lo? Jundino. Ikaw la? Imprada? Impara. Ah, sige, sige. Imprada. Lolo June and Lola Imprada. Ah, Librada. June rato'y tawag niya. Gundino. So I told them I am giving them muna ko ihatag ninyo la solar para di na kayo ngit-ngit kay dirila. Aron di na mo magsigig palit og gas lo ba. Kay luoy baya kay dirila it's layo kaayo, it's so far. Luoy kay mo la. Kay asa mo palit og gas lo? Where do you buy? Sus. So they need to go down 7 kilometers just to buy kerosene for their lamp. Muna mo suga lang, no? Asa ko nula? Hala. So this is the light of Lola. Look at there's kerosene there. And she goes down, or the Lolo Gundino will go down to get kerosene just to lit up at night. So the solar is really gonna help them a lot. Will change their life. Bata. Dara la, ato na nang pasigaon nimong di rin di ka wala kay beranan sa kuryente kay wala kani ba kani akong gihatag nimo la wala dili na ka magbayad ani kuryente la. I'm telling her that you're not gonna pay anything on this one kay kuan siya la init sa adlaw. Solar lights man siya. Kung ting-uwan di kay siya hayag. Pero inani init, puti ning hayaga ron la. So ron di na ka masigig palit og gas. Lagi aron di na ka. Sangitaw na lang. Kana di mapakong sila G, diha tunga G, ana G ba? So I said make it in the middle so they won't smack their head on it because like you see that the shed is only their hut is only ato sa tunga G. Taas-taasa G. Ana G.
Higot.
I-automatic na lang kay mawa ang remote G.
Higot na.
So set it on automatic so they don't need to worry about batteries as well. So pila edad nimo Lula Librada?
Ang ID nito nowadays.
So she forgot her age but she said she had an ID that I could look at so I could confirm how old she is. They are so happy that we're here. And we brought a cake because it's actually the birthday of Lulu Gundino. So I have to confirm how old he is. I heard it's 88 or 89. See what I mean? The solar light will make a difference in places like this when it's really far. The Susan and her son is the one installing it for them. Ron di matagak G. Dugay na mo nagpuyo diri lo? Pila na katuig?
Mga napo nakatuig.
Napo. So they live this far 14 years but they live in another mountain for another 20 years in another mountain but as they go closer and closer. Librada wala may birthday diri ga.
Wala ma'am.
Wala.
1935 na siya ma'am, mag-87 naman na.
So 87 na day kala.
Si Lolo, unsa ni nga anyo na tao Lola?
1935 and
Dili, tuig.
it's his birthday today.
Sakto lagi ma'am, 89.
89 years old is Lolo. So 87, 89. So Lolo is 89 years old today and Lola is 87 years old. So they keep on. She said they have grown old like this, but they are together and they are only surviving through farming. And this is the way that they have lived further, and then they're getting closer and closer now. So what they don't know is my plan. If they agree, after I build house number 9, that we will transfer them to the temporary house of Maricel that she's living now. And let the Lulu and Lula live there, nearer to the city. Not so near that they are so like surprised to the surroundings. It's still nearer than here because this is Sitio Udlom Tap, which is so far. And like I said, my longest walkathon so far, 5.2 kilometer. Gi-auto na nimo? No, on. I-on. Sige, anaga. Tudluin niya si Lula na san. Unya na lang kay busy pa na siya. Iya. Tudluin san. I said to Susan, teach Lula.
Ni siya. Kani siya ko. Para tao.
Automatic on na lang na siya.
Ayaw, automatic na lang san.
Automatic na lang natin.
Kanang na lang puwa sa tumoy ipatuslok niya. Kanang puwa na lang sa tumoy.
Ayo bata taka-og islit. Automatic na naglargo.
So that's 87-year-old Lula Lobida.
Yan kani siya automatic.
La, mo na akong gift ninyo la ni Lolo. Kay gamay lang sa kabaon sa kalayo kay Gilukadlo ko nila. Nga layo ka. Kuy ang pagda. So I'm telling her that this is just the gifts I'm giving them, a sack of rice, all those canned goods. And it's not much because I was not sure how far is it here because they told me it's very far by just pointing on their lips. So kana lang sa la niya, mubalik lang niya ko dirila. Tagaan pati kag daghan la. Ha, ikaw sadlo kay. Unsa wala na mo nang umarlo? Oy, happy birthday di aylo. Oy. Happy birthday. Mao nang gidalan jud kani namog cake dire ni Maricel oh. Kay kuan kay birthday nimo. 89 years old si Lolo. Kay og pala ang akong importanteng gidala lo kay ron na mo suga dire lo. Oh, awa di na mo magbayad. Oh, mahal kayong gas no. Lagi kasi he's also spending his money on buying kerosene. Nya lo di man ka mabayad kuryente ani lo kay ako man tagaan sa si Maricel, raiyaha nasa siya suga didto na. Mura na siya santil mo didto sa ila. Dili. Init tas adlaw. Moto nga nay gibuwad dito sa inyong atop. Moto siya mudakop sa adlaw. Nya masige na siya siga. Nagbitaysan basig mga mabitik sila ani. Higot mo ana ba? Higtan lang sila ba ana sila?
Amay alambre mama.
Oo, anay ana ga kay basig mabitik sila ana ga ba?
Salamat sa iyo.
Sige lo oy. Sige lang lo kay di pa na mauron lo kay papahuwayas ako kay marhangang na jud ko. So I said to Lolo that I still have a gift for you but I'm just catching my breath. Ari na lang. So the lights here is making what you can see around in their hat. This is ari mo matog diri lo? O ari ra sa sound? So I said there you just sleep here, you know, where the tarpaulin is. So magkuan sa talo kay gihangak pa ko. I'm still catching my breath. It's not that easy to walk but ana, more sana ako ihatag ninyo la nya nasa ko i-gift unya ni Lolo ha. Karon kuan ang ako lang yung importante kay ing nakos Maricel magkinahanglan makadadyog ko aning solar light here nga aron na mo suga. Di na mo ma-save mainyo nang makuan yung kwartag palit og gas ba. Lagi.
Kuan gid ma'am kana nga ang dugay pagano matagaan igning utang tindahan ika kuan dawat ato tindahan bayan
sa inyong senior citizen. Pila inyong senior citizen? 300 ang buwan? 3,000? 3,000? 3,000? Ay, tag 100,000 rin buwan? So they are now just relying on their senior citizen grant by the barangay, which is 1,000 pesos a month. Pero sila tag 1,000 sila, 1,000 sa iya. So 1,000 each of them. So 1,000 from Lola and then 1,000 for Lolo, and that's what they live on. And a little bit of their gardening, you can see they're doing some ginger and whatever they can find. Plant rather in their surroundings here. So I'll just turn this off because I want to drink. I'm really thirsty. So Lola was saying that her parents is the one experienced World War I, and so that's why she still have the habit of not throwing anything, especially t-shirts, because that's what make their parents survive the war, World War I, by eating their own clothes, whereas their neighbors and relatives that refuses to passed away due to hunger. So we are interrupted for our celebration of Lolo Gubino's 89th birthday. So I'll give you another video of how we celebrate Lolo's birthday.